This time on Ham and Jay's Stupid Adventures, I buy the longest and heaviest SUV ever mass-produced, with arguably the worst diesel engine ever mass-produced, sight unseen, for my wife. And we road trip at home 1,900 miles, unsure if we're gonna make it or if she's gonna love it. Morning guys, we are in Two Guns, Arizona. We've picked up my next best automotive idea. This is my last ditch attempt at avoiding a minivan. It's an 03 Ford Excursion. It's 20 years old. It's got 200,000 miles on it. It's got some issues, but it's also pretty great. According to the ad, this is your run-of-the-mill bone stock 03 Ford Excursion. I did buy it sight unseen from probably the sketchiest used car dealer in Arizona. He seems like a nice guy, but it's not all on the up and up. The ad said completely stock, never tuned, nice and tight front end, steers and drives great. And then when I talked to him on the phone, he told me that it might be tuned and that there's something a little bit loose in the steering. Upon picking it up, it's had a ton of work done to it. Well, some stuff that's good, some stuff that's not so good. But what we're left with is the ultimate mom-mobile. And I think my wife is gonna love it, maybe, we'll see. 200,000 miles, okay? Other than, you know, me dropping cookies and stuff this morning, truck is shockingly clean. There's not a rip on the seat, there's not a stain in the carpet. This thing's pretty mint. The first thing you'll notice about my completely stock Ford Excursion is that it's probably 7 feet tall. And I don't think they were ever like that from the factory. It's got big dual Bilstein shocks on the front. It most certainly has something worn out. There's about 9 miles of play in the steering wheel. So you kind of just point it in the right direction that you want to go. It's more of a suggestion. Every mom-mobile needs 35-inch wheels and tires. That's pretty much a necessity, at least cool mom-mobiles, you know? Cool moms mobiles. Plan is we picked it up a couple days ago. I picked up Matt at the airport last night, I guess this morning. It was about 12:30. We got 2 hours of sleep in the worst Motel 6 I've ever been in. We are heading home to my house, just north of Calgary. We're about 2,000 K from there, probably a little bit farther actually. 3 days to get there, hoping to have some fun, hoping to have some adventure along the way. I don't know what the roads, the weather are gonna be like. It's the middle of winter and should be fun. Well, we found a coolant leak. It's not major, I'm not worried about it. It's just coming down from up here somewhere. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm throwing it out there though. It's solid. I'll jinx us right now. Say I foresee no issues on this road trip.
The old girl hauls.
Right? I'm saying, did you see me rolling coal back there?
Hell yeah.
I'm just trying to get out of our own way. We're currently heading north along the 89, I think. Kind of working our way up past Grand Canyon. Just coming into Page now. Gonna pull over, find some food, Maybe some food poisoning? They have all of the normal health food stores that you'd look for. Sonic, McDonald's, Taco Bell, Jack in the Box, the 4 main food groups.
Holy, look at this chicken. I'm ham, in case I haven't been on camera yet. I'm just here for the food. Mmm. Look at this piece. Listen to that crunch. Mmm. That might be the best fried chicken I've ever had.
How much you take?
27 gallons.
I don't think you're on movie. I see notifications. You have an email from my mom. What's that about? Should it be a circle?
Yeah. Is the button red?
All right. I swear, I'm a professional.
Do that while we're driving?
Yes, yeah. Ooh, does she need power steering?
I don't know.
Hmm.
I don't know, Ham.
Oh, we're going across the dam.
Oh, damn.
Oh, damn.
Everybody hold your breath. Is that what you do on a dam?
Hot damn.
Hot damn. Oh, wait. Oh, damn.
Oh, damn.
Oh, that is a big dam.
Oh, fuck. That's a pretty damn nice view.
Ha! Nice. That's a damn nice view.
That's a damn nice view. Should we stop?
I mean, sure.
I think it's worth it.
All right, let's do it.
Just a quickie.
Damn, why not?
All right. Back to the truck.
Seen it?
We saw it.
We came, we saw. Damn, we conquered. We have made it to Kanab, Utah. X60 Excursion, running great. We are gonna stop at a thrift store and see if we can find some music, because the stories we have to tell each other are getting old and boring. So we're gonna see if we can find some cassette tapes for the Circa 03 stereo, and we'll get back on the road. It could be old and creepy. DVDs. Oh, jackpot. The music of my childhood, Aaron Neville, the Tattooed Heart. Oh yeah. Bonus points if we can find that shirt on this trip. We are 8 hours down the road for our 5-hour trip. We are about to do the best feeling part of this trip. One of my favorite things, we're just coming into Beaver. Hasn't rained here in a while. It's pretty dried up, but it still feels great to be here. We're looking forward to a quiet night and a sleep in a real bed for more than 2 hours. All right, we have pulled into Beaver and it feels good. Whatever, kind of as we were driving today, experienced truck Has a fair bit of play in the steering wheel and it feels pretty floaty. It's not bad if you're on like straight even highway, but as soon as the road gets any type of like off camber or corners or whatever, you're trying to like constantly chase it and correct it. So we're just having a look at the hotel here, see if there's anything obvious. You can definitely feel it, just kind of moving the steering wheel back and forth, but we're having a little bit of trouble finding exactly what's worn out. I think it might be pitman arm or steering box. If it's pitman arm, we might be able to fix that on the side of the road. If it's steering box, it's most certainly gonna make it home because we're not fixing that on the side of the road. So we're gonna have a look, see if there's anything we can figure out, and depending what happens with light here, it might be a tomorrow problem. Nice. All right, so while looking for our steering issue, what I've noticed already, we have some duct tape holding the lower radiator hose together, and somehow it's not leaking. So it proves to me that that's clearly the good duct tape, and we're not gonna fix it. We might buy a lower radiator hose just to have it in case we need something, or in case it blows up and we need to fix it on the side of the road, but it's not leaking, so I don't think we're gonna touch it till something happens.
So last night we stuffed our faces in beaver and then passed out. We were gonna sleep by about 8 o'clock. Got up early this morning, hit the road. We are heading to the Bonneville Salt Flats. Gave me a little bit of like a weird kind of flare on a shift back there, so we're just gonna pull over on this gravel road here, have a look, check tranny fluid, make sure there's nothing funny going on, and then we're gonna get back on the road. Go have a look.
Bad news.
What?
We forgot our chicken in Beaver. Cold. We can throw half a liter in it, see what happens. I don't think that's the problem. I'm sure it's fine. On the road again, like a band of gypsies, we go down the highway. We're the best of friends, insisting that the world keep turning our way. Oh, scary shifts. No, yeah, it's fine. Healed. No biggie. Just doesn't like gravel. City truck.
So Jay, what do you think of our coffee stop?
It was a heavenly experience. We accidentally stopped at a church for coffee. And they had coffee, but I felt uncomfortable.
On a Sunday morning in Utah. We almost got roped into mass.
The good news is now we're heading to a place where I feel spiritual.
Jason's church.
Jason's church. Where people go to see how fast their cars can go.
Church of Racing.
Church of Speed.
Some things you can't take back. Some things you just got to let go. Yes. Well, hell, I got Sammy on the phone, Nikki at home, trying to get along so I can deal with you, baby.
So yeah, we're at basically the birthplace of hot rodding. When guys would come home from World War II, they'd kind of developed a need for speed and adrenaline at the war and came home and were bored and had nothing to do, so they started modifying their cars. I think, yeah, shortly after that, late 40s, a lot of them would start coming out here and seeing how fast they could go. There was no roads at the time anywhere that were basically long enough, straight enough, smooth enough to go as fast as the cars could go. So this was basically the only place that they could come and really test the top speed of the cars. So this is kind of hallowed ground for car guys and hot rodders, and I'd never been here before, so it's pretty neat to see. It's kind of neat. They're talking here about how, you know, guys in the 1960s were going 600 miles an hour. And even today, you know, 60 years later, the fastest speed records aren't much quicker than that. So it goes to show bravery and or stupidity of men in general, but also guys 60 years ago to do that. It's pretty cool. Honestly feels like tarmac or asphalt, but like super grippy, and I don't know, it's just salt. Yeah, salty. Tastes like my cooking.
Well, I've been around long enough to know that there's some things you can't take back. Some things you just got to let go. Well, there's some things you can't take back. Lord, some things you just got to let go. Oh, you gotta let go. Oh, Lord, you can't take it back.
Incredible. We are just south of Salt Lake City, fueling up. I don't know, made our way back from the Bonneville Salt Flats, heading towards the I-15, and then we drive north for 2 days. We filled up yesterday at noon. It's doing pretty good. I mean, I think we're probably 600-ish miles to a tank, maybe a little bit more. It's not a small tank, but we don't talk about that. It's miles per gallon. That's what we're after here, it's miles per gallon.
Navigator gave us the wrong directions. Woo! Oh, oh yeah!
Not your truck.
Not my truck.
Don't tell Ed. Can you get the most American Suburban that's ever been produced, by the way? So we arrived in Pocatello, Idaho, cruising down the road. Truck's running good, but our loose steering is, I'd sort of say it's not really getting that much worse, but it is most certainly gonna ruin at least 2 tires by the time we're home. So we pulled over, parts store parking lot. We're just gonna, I guess, see if they have one, but we were able to kind of confirm here. The tie rod end on what I would assume is the track bar has a ton of play in it, and that's kind of what's giving our looseness in the steering, and also what's going to throw out the toe on both front tires, hence why we're, you know, chewing through tires at a significant rate. Part of the problem is I'm a Chevy guy. I don't know these trucks very well. And so like all Chevy stuff has independent front suspension. This is my first solid axle truck, and so I don't know a ton about them. But we'll go into the parts store, see if they have one, how much it is, and then I guess decide if we want to buy tools to fix it here or just continue to burn through tires and fix it when we get home. So another issue we noticed 2 days ago now when we pulled into Two Guns, Arizona, was we had a coolant leak from the left front shock. What actually ended up happening was, for whatever reason, surge tank was leaking. That of course terrified me because this is a 6-liter Ford Power Stroke diesel, which is absolutely and 100% known to blow head gaskets. And in a sight unseen purchase truck, I was really hoping that that's not the case. But what I think is more likely, it hasn't done it again here the last, 1,000 miles. So I think what's a lot more likely is I pulled into an oil change place before we headed on our drive. because much like every diesel truck in history, I looked at the oil before I left and it was like completely black. I didn't know how many K were on it, so I got an oil change done, but they also filled up the surge tank. And I did a little research, again, not knowing these trucks that well, and it sounds like a pretty common issue if this surge tank is overfilled that they'll push some out. And it hasn't done it again since, so I'm hoping that means head gaskets are okay, and it was just that surge tank a little over full. But a little bit more about the truck. We haven't really talked about it. I wanted a full-size SUV. We have dogs, we have kid, we have skis, we have whatever, and so, you know, we need a larger vehicle for all that stuff. I also have race car trailer and a travel trailer I like to tow, so I wanted a diesel. This exact unit was the cheapest one on the market that I could find in Arizona or California, which a big thing for me was if I was buying a 20-year-old vehicle, I wanted it to be rust-free and come from a place where I knew it wasn't going to have rust issues. So although the mileage is a little bit higher on this truck, there's no rust, which is awesome, because anything mechanical that we run into, I'm confident I can fix. Anything bodywork wise, I'm confident I can. So that's kind of what led me to this truck. Based on, you know, first impressions, I'm pretty sure it has been tuned before, just on the fact that it does make some black smoke if you get on it, which I don't mind at all. And I can't imagine it would have been as fast as it is currently in 03. And so I think it's probably been tuned. What is concerning is it does still have, or at least appears to have, factory head bolts. I was really hoping that in the last 20 years somebody would have studded the thing, but it doesn't look like that's the case. So I suspect I'll have a big job to do when I get home, if my wife in fact actually likes this truck and we decide to keep it. So for now, it's just a fun road trip. But yeah, if my wife loves it and we want to keep it, I suspect I'll be pulling the cab off and doing head gaskets. It's always a good time. Just like when people ask us what we're doing, just like, we have a bit of a YouTube channel. It's only 6 million followers, I think. It's not a big deal. OnlyFans?
So it looks like we don't have any,
Okay.
and they would all be special orders.
Oh, that'll be fine. It'll make it home. Cool, man. Thanks. Have a good one.
Yeah.
We should get like a real train horn for it. 12 volt, easy to install. Should we do it? I mean, it could be money well spent. We'll walk around with it. They do have American flags. We've been having an issue with the truck. My damn navigator keeps spilling his coffee. This truck has gone 200,000 miles without a stain, and I will not wreck it on this trip. So we have purchased the most American floor mats I could find. I think my wife is gonna love them. We're gonna get them installed, be back on the road in no time.
Can we get a how-to?
Is there a YouTube video for this? Maybe that's our thing. Oh, that's nice. Now we'll make it home.
You have rear ones?
Yeah, guys.
Do you like it in rear?
Nice. Don't litter. Hear that? No codes. This thing is mint. Ready to hit the road. I'm sure that flashing light that we saw yesterday was just the truck telling us it was happy to see us. Damn, I don't have my knife in my pocket. Can't install these ones yet. We need more tools. We had transmission light flash at us yesterday. Check codes here at the lovely, friendly gentleman at O'Reilly's help us check transmission codes. There was none in it, but it did have like a little bit of a weird shift flare this morning. I'm sure operator error, probably not the truck. But we got some, shift sauce. It was a little bit low on the dipstick, so we're gonna put that in. And I'm sure it's self-healing. Won't be a problem ever for the life of the truck. We'll put this in and keep cruising.
Not sure why, but I got a cupcake with my breakfast. Jason got nothing. I think they just like me.
That guy drives a garbage truck too. Guys.
We should discuss names for the vehicle.
Yes.
Should discuss what we should call it. So,
I like Big Mama.
I was just gonna say, I really like Big Mama. I think that's good. I think it encompasses what the vehicle is and what it's gonna do. I'm not afraid to drive a vehicle named Big Mama, so that's
No.
fine. I'd love to take Big Mama for a spin.
We would need a custom license plate. Wonder if that's available in Alberta.
For Big Mama?
Big Mama.
Do you think Aaron would still drive it? If her license plate was Big Mama.
I mean, if you get the custom license plate, you put it on whatever vehicle she has. At least if it's on a big truck, then they think they're talking about the truck, not her. If it's on her Highlander, they're gonna think
Then
she's
we're
the
back.
big.
Yeah, we're
Then she's the Big Mama.
I also do like Ronda Rousey.
Yeah, that's a good name for it.
It's a good name as well, but the problem is like it doesn't roll off the tongue,
Yeah.
you know?
Well, your truck's named Big Ronda,
It's true.
which is just the greatest name ever.
For the 37 people that watch that 70s show religiously.
Hey, that's a great show.
It was a great show. It's true. All right, I think it's settled. I think this is Big Mama.
Big Mama.
Yeah. Tough decision. A lot of entries were considered.
Yes.
Yeah. Not the first thing that was said.
Yeah, if you have a better name, throw it in the comments.
Yeah, exactly.
All 2 of you that are watching.
Mom, if you have a better name.
Hi, Mom.
If they let us in, we're gonna go back to Canada. Hopefully make it to Lethbridge-ish tonight. But yeah, that revolves around the American border being willing to let this sweet, sweet sex machine out of their country. And it also revolves around...
I think they'll let me go back home.
It also revolves around the Canadian government looking at us and letting us back in. So, we'll see. Stop in Helena, look for a Paw Patrol shirt for you.
Yes.
And
For my kid.
Don't try to fool the audience. And we're gonna look for a cowboy hat for me because A, I'm not above being a poser, and B, I think my wife would touch me in places. Lord.
Stupid. She does have a cowboy fetish.
Yeah?
I don't know.
Why did she pick me?
Just making it up.
I like it. Do you ever feel guilty going to gas stations to poop without buying anything?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I don't mind if it's like a big gas station
Yeah.
and there's like lots of people coming and going and you can slide in under the radar.
Yeah.
But if you stop in a town with a population
Small
of
little
700 people, they're gonna notice you're there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta buy something. It's probably the secret sauce that we put in the transmission, but it hasn't given us any more scary shifts.
It's healed.
It's healed. I think it's healed. And nobody has a drag link or a tie rod, so that's not a problem either.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't need fixing if you
Can't fix it if you can't get the parts.
Yeah, exactly. Doesn't need fixing. I think the make or the mark of a good vehicle is like if I didn't know my wife and I saw her at a gas station, I'd be like, that's a lady for me.
Nice.
You know? Driving like, and if she was driving this, I think that's how it's been. It's like you and your Jeep.
Yeah.
Right? See a pretty lady in a Jeep, you're like, boom, that's a lady for me. Yeah.
Yeah, except there's a lot of old ladies who drive Jeeps now. But
Everybody's got their type.
If I see a girl in a TJ, I'm pretty pumped.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I see a lady in a lifted diesel truck, I'm here for it.
But I don't look at girls, I only look at my wife.
Well, this is why I'm talking about if I saw
theoretical, yeah.
If I saw my wife at a
Oh,
gas
yeah,
station and I didn't know her,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
She's the only lady I'd notice.
Yeah.
It's just if I hadn't already met her. Yeah.
I've been down so long that my mind can't get no rest. No, no. I've been down so
We are definitely not in
My
Phoenix
mind
anymore,
can't
homeboy.
get no rest. No, no. This ain't easy, darling. 'Cause the devil's on my trail. I've been running so long.
We've arrived at probably our last ditch attempt at a cowboy hat for me. I'd love to take you guys in and show you, but we're in an open carry state, and I just don't know how they'll feel about two dudes filming each other in there trying cowboy hats on. So I'm sorry, you gotta stay in the truck, but we'll be back later, and I'll either be a handsome cowboy or just my same old city slicker self. See you in a minute.
I'm a hurricane, I'm bringing thunder and rain. I'm a hurricane if you get in my way.
Great news. I've done it. When we get home, this excursion, be a rocket. Do I look like a real cowboy? I feel like a real cowboy.
Oh, you rolling punches, I'm catching scars. I'll brush you up just like the dust upon my shoulder. I have a hunch of who you are.
All right, driver.
Well,
What happened?
I think we just done there run out of gas. I'm gonna coast as far as we can. Those bikes might come in handy. Where's our hazards?
We got two options. We can either get out the escape pods and bike 3 kilometers that way, get a jerry can and bike back. Or we can go across the street to this heavy equipment place and see if they have diesel. For the story, I want to go biking. For the fact that I want my kids to remember me, I might walk across the street.
Let's see what the kindness of Montana's like.
Let's see.
Oh, at least we won't die because we have coconut water.
I don't think there's coconut water.
Okay, so me not knowing anything about these trucks, I have no idea now that we've run it out of fuel whether we have to prime it or not. A lot of older diesels don't have a lift pump. They basically just like gravity feed out of the tank to the engine and then have a high pressure pump in the engine. But if you run out of fuel to there, they can't lift it back out of the tank. So we're just having to look, see if there's like a lot of them have a hand primer or something. So we're just having to look to see if it's hand prime or whether it's got a lift pump in the tank, and hopefully we'll be back on the road in a bit here. Victory! Yeah, we fixed it. Mechanics. So hopefully just some air in the lines or whatever. We'll get it to the gas station, fill it up, see what happens from there. For everyone. Again, all 6 people.
Top down, hear the sound of the breeze carrying us away. Dust in the rear view, free as a bird. This is our time.
Okay, we learned many things. 1, an Excursion has a massive fuel tank. It appears to be at least 40 gallons that this thing holds, and you cannot trust the range on the rearview mirror. 2, Montana hospitality, top notch. Homeboy at North Star drove us to the gas station, helped us out huge. He wouldn't even let me fill my own tank. He filled it up for me. Then we came back here, dude sitting in his car was like, hey, saw you guys on the highway, everything okay? Do you need anything? Just top notch people. You can't make that stuff up. Love it. Montana's the best.
It's just a cranked up radio. Ain't promising forever. Ain't no end in sight. Girl, I'm up in the ride.
We have ice cream and cowboy hats.
Hat.
Hat.
They didn't have them up a size.
Right in the border.
We have about an hour to get there. It's time that I told you about one of my worst fears of this trip. I think I alluded to the fact earlier that I purchased this truck from a very shady used car salesman. And I'm pretty sure he was a tow truck driver that repos cars. And then he makes deals with the yard that he's supposed to bring them to so that he never brings them to the yard. He just buys them and sells them. So, somewhere in the back of my mind, I'm curious. Let's say the owner of this truck was doing something nefarious, okay? Selling.
What's nefarious means?
The bad guy in
You
Aladdin.
become a YouTuber, now you're all fancy?
So let's just say he was selling substances that he wasn't supposed to, okay? He's got them hidden in the truck somewhere. He falls on hard times, you know? Doesn't pay his car loan. The truck gets repoed. Clearly the inside of the truck was detailed before we bought it, but they didn't do a hot thing underneath it. So let's just say his stash of whatever he was selling is under the truck. We get to the border, there's mirrors under the truck, there's dogs under the truck. What do they find? That's the fear. That's the fear. We have to phone our families and tell them we'll be home in 9 to 10 years.
We'll be good.
I think it'll be fine. A 40-gallon fuel tank is insane.
That's big.
That's big mama stuff.
Big mama stuff.
Right? Maybe that's like a selling point to the truck, though. Like, I could tell Erin that she could go weeks without filling up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how good it is on gas.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a Prius.
Pretty
I
much.
bet you could fit a Prius inside this truck. The height might be an issue.
I think so.
But it'd be pretty close.
No.
Good shot.
That's gonna be good. That'll make the final cut.
Your camera hitting the roof. We do have an American gauge cluster, so once we cross the border, we're allowed to go 110 miles an hour. Yeah.
I don't think the gauge goes to 110 miles, but
It doesn't, and neither does the truck, I'm confident.
we don't know that for sure.
But I'm sure, well, not sure. It might once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that a llama?
Yep. Is that a person riding a llama?
No, it's just a llama.
Like, did you think it was going to be a trouble-free drive?
Oh, I had a feeling it was good, pretty good.
You think so?
I'm just always optimistic.
I like that about you. I like that. I thought, and I mean, like, I'm feeling better now, but I was unsure. I was unsure. I was buying tools and parts just in case.
I thought you bought way too nice of a vehicle.
Yeah. I mean,
I was hoping it was more of a beater.
for the adventure, we did buy too nice of a vehicle.
Yeah.
Yeah. In order to try and get my wife to like it and not have done the drive for nothing. I think
Yeah.
I'm on the borderline of too nice and not nice enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because stuff I'm going to have to do regardless when we get home. Going to have to pretty much redo the whole front end. I don't think my wife is going to want to buy thrift store CDs for the rest of her life. So we're going to need to do a deck. I got to fix the clear coat on the hood and the dent in the back. And when I say I, not me, but somebody's going to have to fix that. And you'd be stupid to have body work done and not color match the bumpers. Needs new lights because they're all sun checked and gross. And I think if we're gonna keep it, head studs, which is the one I'm dreading the most. Dude, I pretty much can fall in love with like any vehicle that I drive. I'm
You
like
just
a
drive it long enough.
eternal vehicle optimist. I just like see all of the good attributes and none of the downsides
Yeah.
to any vehicle that I drive.
That's why I always call you when I want to buy shit.
Yeah, I'm a great enabler, 100%. I just tell people that up front when they're asking me about cars. Like, if any part of you doesn't want to buy this vehicle, you shouldn't ask me about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless it's like a Prius. We're just cruising up to the border here. We
spent the night in Idaho Falls last night. We've been on the road most of the day, left there about 7 this morning, getting to the border about 5:30. And it's one of those things where, in theory, it should be smooth sailing. I think I've done all the paperwork and fees and tariffs and brokers and all that stuff properly. But you just never know what kind of experience you're going to have at a border crossing. It could take 2 minutes and we could be on our way, or we could be here for the next 6 hours, and I wouldn't be surprised. So we're just pulling up to the border now. Basically the process, we got to go in on the US side, let them know we're exporting the truck. They come and I think kind of just confirm that, you know, we are in fact driving the truck we say we're driving and we're not stealing something else. Once they give us the go-ahead, then we go to the Canadian side. Have to show them again what I'm exporting, that I've paid and done all the paperwork and stuff properly, maybe, I hope so. And then we might be on our way.
Well, it is official. Big Mama is coming home with me. Let's go. Just crossed the Canadian border. All is good. Probably the least amount of hassle that I've had at a border in the last 2 years. She didn't even want to confiscate my Happy Dads. We're set. Truck's ours. Truck's home. Now we just gotta see if my wife likes it.
It is official. We are about 2 kilometers from my house. Made our last day on the road today, left Lethbridge this morning. Bittersweet, honestly. It's good to be home. I'm proud of Big Mama for making it. But it also sucks that the road trip comes to an end. I think, like, in general, we get so caught up in the day-to-day and responsibilities and stuff we have to do that a lot of the times we forget to, you know, take a moment for stuff that we actually like and stuff that brings us joy and happiness. And so me and Matt have been talking about, you know, doing an adventure like this forever. And at some point, you just got to commit and do it. I truthfully don't even know if we're going to keep this truck. I already love it, but I'll pretty much love anything that I drive for 2,000 miles. It was an awesome adventure. We got to catch up, which we haven't in a while. You know, to be able to talk to each other for 4 days without kids and distractions and whatever, doesn't get to happen that often anymore. So, super fun adventure. We're 1,900 miles, basically, Phoenix to home. But we got to check out some stuff that, you know, we'd never seen before, stuff I didn't even know was on the route or close to it. And so, you know, all in all, the truck ran great. We pretty much had no drama. In terms of what could have gone wrong buying a vehicle sight unseen, that was pretty much the smoothest adventure you could have hoped for. But in the end, it was just awesome to take a few days and get back to being us.